Welcome. Today we will talk about the state of Italy, and our topic today will be divided into 4 parts. 1. General information about Italy. 2. Italian customs and traditions. 3. Tourism and tourist areas in Italy. 4. Eating and drinking in Italy. I hope that you all like the video, and do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button until you receive all new videos. Let's start.
1.
Italy is located in Southern Europe.
2.
The capital of Italy, Rome.
3.
Italy's main airport, Leonardo da Vinci Airport and its abbreviation FCO.
4.
The currency of Italy, the euro.
5.
Italy Standard Time, GMT +2.
6.
The international phone code for Italy is +39. Italian customs and traditions. The Italians and the importance of the family have 1. Italians have frequent family gatherings and enjoy spending time with family. 2. Children are raised to remain close to the family in adulthood and to integrate their future families into the larger family network. 3. Italians are fun-loving people who love to have fun and have strong relationships with family and friends. 4. Unlike many European countries, young people may live in the parents' home until their 30s. 5. Respecting the elderly is very important for Italians, and it is polite to stand when an older person enters a room. 6. Italians have many traditions when it comes to naming newborns, with first names originating from family names, while last names often come from geographical regions, descriptions, or family trades. 7. Weddings and christenings are important dates in a person's life. Both are celebrated with great interest, featuring large receptions with many family members, great music and food. 8. In most parts of Italy, people still live in small villages with their close friends and family members. Each village has its own traditions, but many of them include dancing. The strangest customs and traditions in Italy. 1. The number 17 brings bad luck. If you travel to Italy, you will notice in some hotels that there is no 17th floor. This is because it is a bad number that is unlucky because it is associated with death and was placed on ancient tombstones. 2. Avoid taking a bath when you are sick. When a person feels sick, he thinks about taking a warm bath that helps relax the muscles of the body and sleep deeply. But in Italy they believe that taking a bath while sick makes you sicker. 3. Placing a loaf of bread. The loaf of bread must be placed on its underside. This is one of the strangest customs and traditions in Italy. This is because bread is a symbol of life, and when it is flipped on its face it is an insult to life and religion, and that brings bad luck. 4. Avoid brooms. If you are somewhere in Italy and you see someone sweeping the floor, you must flee immediately. Because if you stay and someone accidentally gets up and brushes your feet with a broom, you will be fresher for the rest of your life. 5. Touch the iron. In some countries some people knock on wood to avoid envy and bad luck, but in Italy they touch iron. This is even to avoid misfortune, but dear reader, if you visit Italy, you should not touch the hot iron. 6. Blessing the new home. In Italy, they prefer to move to new homes from time to time, but every time they move to the new house, some customs and traditions must be done in order to get rid of evil spirits and to get the blessing. Italian customs and traditions. 1. Italians are known to communicate with hand gestures, facial expressions, and body movements. 2. Folk dances are popular across the country and can often be seen in the middle of the streets when touring Italy. 3. Italians have a tradition of walking a little bit every night, known as passeggiata, which allows Italians to socialize with their neighbors and exercise. Tourism. Tourism in Italy attracted more than 50 million tourists in 2019, making it the 5th most attractive country in the world for tourism. Do you think it happened out of nowhere? Of course no. Let's get acquainted with the most important tourist places in Italy, and what made them attract such a large number of people. Italy is the home of the Renaissance and architecture and contains many landmarks classified among the most famous and most important tourist attractions in the world, including the Leaning Tower of Pisa and the Colosseum, and they are really enough to make tourism in Italy something desirable for tourists from all over the world. Also, if you are a fan of fashion and shopping, then tourism in Italy will be ideal for you, because Italy is the cradle of most international brands, including Gucci, Armani, Prada and many others. And we will start with tourism in Rome. Many words are said about this city, the greatest thing ever created, the city of history, the city of religions, and many others that make you feel that you are in the process of getting to know one of the most beautiful tourist cities in the world, in central Italy. Rome is located on the most important river in Italy, the Tiber, full of historical and archaeological monuments, theaters, etc. The most recommended thing when it comes to tourism in Rome is to go only in the middle of its streets and landmarks without even planning, as Rome's tourist attractions do not at ends. The most important 3 landmarks in the city of Rome. 1. Colosseum. The Colosseum is the most prominent landmark in the city of Rome, if not the most prominent in Italy in its entirety, with its grandeur and its height of 189 meters. In addition to the unique Roman engineering design and the purpose of creativity, making it the first kiss of people when they intend to travel to Italy. If you will have to visit only one landmark during your tourist trip in Rome or even during the entire tourism trip in Italy, you will definitely be going to the Colosseum. That. 2. Trevi Fountain, one of the most prominent tourist attractions in the city of Rome, which is considered by many as a window of good luck according to their belief, and about 3,000 euros are thrown into the fountain daily. What many do not know is that Rome contains hundreds of huge and small fountains, as you will pass dozens of fountains without even planning it during your tourist trip in Rome, but the best fountain in Rome and in the world is the Baroque Trevi Fountain, which reaches a height of 26 meters. 3. Pantheon. Come on, let's pray. Where will we pray? Your God is different from my God, and the 4 of us are different in that. Don't worry, let's go to the Pantheon. It's the building of all the gods. That was the main purpose of building the Pantheon, so this building was built to include all the Roman gods in this era, and this is also what the word Pantheon in the Latin language literally means, the temple of all the gods. In addition to its great and unique engineering design, its huge dome perforated from the top, which is the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world and is one of the most remarkable things in the Pantheon. Tourism in Milan. Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II in Milan. It is Milan or Milan, the city located in northern Italy between the Po River and the Alps mountain range, which gave it a strategic location that raised it, especially during the revolution of modern industrial and technological development among the cities of Italy, and made it one of the most beautiful tourist cities in the world, attracting tourism. In the past, Milan was the capital of the Western Roman Empire, from which the most famous artists such as Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci came out and presented the most beautiful works of art. Today, Milan offers a wonderful mixture between ancient historical buildings and modern high skyscrapers. The city is also famous for its abundance of shops and markets, especially high-end fashion stores. The most important 3 landmarks in Milan. 1. Milan Cathedral. Because of its greatness, the famous writer Victor Hugo chose it as a stage for his novel The Hunchback of Notre Dame. It is called the Cathedral of Santa Maria Innocente, or Il Duomo for the locals. It is one of the most famous tourist attractions in Italy and occupies a very big place for anyone who intends to visit Italy. This church is considered a spiritual symbol, and it is the best example of churches built in the style the ornate Gothic, which was built in the 14th century AD, rests on 52 strong columns, and has large beautiful stained glass windows. The cathedral includes many paintings and artwork done by the world's most famous artists and painters, and you will also find many wonderfully carved statues, and you will see glass coffins inside the bodies of the former bishops of the cathedral, and you will definitely be impressed by the shape of the huge piano decorated with unparalleled artistic inscriptions. 2. Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II. When tourism in Italy, Do not forget to visit one of the largest shopping malls in the world, Galleria Vittorio. This shopping complex is similar to a large market dating back to the middle of the 19th century AD, designed by the artist Giuseppe Mingoni on a mosaic floor since 1865, and it became the largest corridor shopping in Europe at the time, and it is considered one of the most prominent tourist attractions in Italy, especially in Milan. This large market is rich in luxury shops, restaurants, elegant hotels and crowded cafes. 3. Sforzesco Castle. Sforza Castle is one of the most important symbols of tourism in Italy and in Milan in particular. The castle was named after the person who built it, the Duke of Milan Francesco Sforza, in the 15th century AD. It is a sprawling castle in which Sforza built his residential palace on top of the foundations of a centuries-old castle. Central was built by the ruling Visconti family in the 14th century, and he made this castle a paradise by creating fountains, rose gardens, a bridge and a tower. It also includes a group of interior frescoes, and Michelangelo's masterpieces. Today, the castle is home to several small museums such as the Archaeological Museum and the Natural History Museum, and concerts and exhibitions are held throughout the year, so you are in Milan's paradise, dear traveler. Tourism in Venice. The Merchant of Venice is a Shakespeare play that appeared before Venice as a city, and includes symbols and magical writings about the beautiful city of Venice in Italy. Venice is a city of great beauty and great historical importance and one of the most beautiful tourist cities in Italy. It is located on 117 small islands connected to each other by a series of bridges and separated by a network of water canals that give it a wonderful aesthetic shape. Important 3 landmarks in Venice. 1. Piazza San Marco, also called St. Mark's Square. This square constitutes the main square in Venice, and at the end of the square also there you will find the great church of St. Mark, and in its vicinity there is the waterway of the lake and the surrounding palaces and libraries. San Marco Square is the main square in Venice, which you cannot visit in Italy in general or to Venice in particular without visiting it. This is the only square nicknamed Piazza in Venice, which is located at the lowest point in Venice fully. 2. Rialto Bridge. This bridge is considered the oldest and most famous bridge extending over the Grand Canal in Venice, Italy, to connect the areas of San Marco and San Polo. It has been said about the Rialto Bridge that it deserves to be the 8th miracle of the world, as it has a great history as it remained for centuries built of wood until it collapsed in the 19th century. 16. The authorities decided to rebuild it from stone instead of wood. The Rialto Bridge is the real heart of Venice and one of the most important tourist attractions in Italy, which was wonderfully designed with a height of 7.2 meters in order to allow the passage of ships, and the bridge contains 3 lanes, including a central walkway that leads the visitor to the shops. 3. The Great Canal. The name of the Great Canal came from the Arabization of the words, canal, and that canal constitutes a main water passage in Venice, with a length of 3,800 meters. Above this canal there are several bridges above it. Of course this is in addition to the presence of houses and restaurants adjacent to it. This canal constitutes the main means of transportation in Venice and passes through many tourist attractions and places that attract most tourists, as it passes through more than 170 old buildings dating from the 13th to the 18th century, which will make you feel that you are back in time to see the most ancient and most beautiful sights in Italy, in general and in Venice in particular. Eating and drinking in Italy. Italian cuisine is considered one of the most diverse cuisines in the world at all levels, and even at the local level as well. Like language and culture, food in Italy varies according to the region. While Italian cuisine in the north depends on potatoes and meals rich in rice and butter, the central Italian cuisine consists mainly of pasta and meat. Southern Italian cuisine centers on vegetables, pizza, pasta, and seafood. In any case, Italian cuisine, contrary to popular belief, is not based only on pasta and tomato sauce only, as these foods are part of the delicious food ingredients in Italian restaurants. With regard to Italian meals, they begin, as in other countries, with breakfast, and it is as simple as lunch and dinner, and coffee is consumed a lot, especially at 10 o'clock in the morning and at the end of meals. On the weekends, meals are prepared, usually consisting of appetizers, marinated vegetables, seafood, or primo, pasta or rice dish, as well as the second dish, meat or fish.
1,
Breakfast. The Italian breakfast is very light, and often consists of a cappuccino or coffee with a pastry or a piece of bread, fruit jam and a croissant or light pastry, and it is not the custom in Italy to eat eggs and meat for breakfast. In fact, salty foods are not consumed at breakfast, and in general, additionally, a cappuccino drink is very popular there as it is more suitable for digestion in the morning.
2,
Lunch. While lunch is the most important part of the day in Italy, to the extent that most shops close their doors at the time of lunch, or pranzo. Lunch break, between 13:00 and 16:00, and at this time Italians go to eat this meal with their families, and invitations are often exchanged among friends and relatives to eat it together, as most Italian families still gather together for a large family meal on Sundays and on special occasions and holy days. Fast food is not widely accepted by Italians, especially in rural or southern regions.
3,
Midday meal. In the middle of the day, the Italian people eat a snack called merenda, and it is around 15:00 to 16:30/17:00, usually after school or in the afternoon, and there is a large variety of foods eaten during this meal, and it may consist of a hot milk drink with bread and honey or jam as well as yogurt, ice cream, fruit salad, nuts, pistachios, biscuits, cakes and sweets.
4,
Dinner. As for the dinner, known as cena, it is usually a traditional snack in Italy, and Italians often eat it outside between pizza and pasta restaurants. For dieters, they rely on soup, broth, salad, cold cuts, pasta, or leftovers from lunchtime. In Italy, cuisine is considered an art form, and great chefs such as Gualtiero Marchesi or Gianfranco are seen as television stars. Italians consider after dinner an opportunity to relax with family and friends, to chat and gossip, laugh and share general conversations. Italians usually delay their food compared to Americans and Europeans. And finally, comes the evolution of Italian cuisine. Italian cuisine, as it is today, has evolved over centuries with its influence from the development of social and political conditions. Its roots can be traced back to the 4th century BC. The greatest impact on Italian cuisine was the discovery of the New World, which helped form a large part of what is known as the national Italian cuisine today, in order to introduce foodstuffs discovered in the Americas, such as potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, corn and cocoa. These nutritional discoveries did not appear in Italian cuisine in a prominent way until the 18th century AD. After eating comes drinking. Italians and wine. Wine is one of the country's huge export sources, but many Italians make their own. It is a family tradition for family members to make wine together and drink it at all family celebrations. We have reached the end of the video. I hope you all liked it, and do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all new. Thank you and goodbye, and there are many videos in the coming period.